Hello, 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 everybody. Hi, it's Friday night. What? So my name is Eve. This is Eve's Creations Paint Party. We're doing the willow tree with the universe tonight. So say hello, hello, hello. If you're painting with me, let me know if anyone's painting with me. Of course, we have to give props to you know who. He's already running around like a madman. All right, flip this camera, Eve. All right, hi. Say hello to your fans, buddy. Say hello to your fans. You're so excited. Yeah, yes. Say hi. Say hi. Hello. All right, let's get. I already got your treats ready. We're like on point tonight. There you go, buddy. There you go, sweetheart. We got to give props because you never know when he's going to chime in. You know what I'm saying? 6,000%. So let me show you my handy dandy table. Okay, same colors every single party. The black decided to go everywhere. Of course, it's already started. White, black, blue, red, and yellow. Weapons this evening. We have Mr. Nifty's in the house. These little guys. We have a mini-me. He is a small shader. We have Big Boy. He is a 1-inch flat. We have two fluffies. I got a large and a medium here. All right, when you clean your brushes, you want to swirl, you want to tap, you want to dab on your paper towel in the shape of the bristles, and you want them to be wet but not dripping. Of course, I have my Java, very, very, very important. 6,000%. All right, roll call. Everyone's chiming in already. Hello, everybody. Okay, so can we get the, there we go. We got Cindy in the house. Oh, yeah. What's up, Cindy? Tina is here. Yes, guys, watch the spammers. There's no special link. There's no sign-ups. There's no anything of that going on. So just make sure you guys be careful of that. Hello, Marcia. How are you doing? Sam is here. Diane's here. Hello, Diane. How are you doing? Okay, let's see. Marcia, Diane, Brenda. Brenda is here. Hello, Brenda. How are you doing? We got Debbie in the house. Hello, Debbie. How are you, sweetheart? Okay, and Becky. And Becky's on time. What's up, Captain? How you doing, sweetheart? We got another Debbie in the house. Hello, Debbie. How are you doing? And been trying to warn about spammers. Thank you so much, Tina. They're just out of control tonight. All right, we got Carrie. Carrie's hanging out with us. Kimberly is here. Hello, Kimberly. How are you, sweetheart? Lisa's hanging out with us. Hello, Lisa. Nikki is here and on time. Oh boy. Oh boy. Amber's hanging out with us tonight. Hello, Amber. How are you? We got Lisa T. Lisa T is in the house. What's up? We got Tina M. Oh, yeah. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. And Becky here. We have Terry hanging out with us tonight. Hello, Terry. Rebecca is here. Hello, Rebecca. How are you, doll? Alrighty, and let's see where we're going. Dorothy's hanging out with us. Hello, Dorothy. How are you? Meshka's here. Hello, Meshka. How are you, sweetheart? Alright, and I did it. I did it. If you're new, there's a lot of new names I just saw. Welcome. Hello. My name is Eve. This is Eve's Creations Paint Party. We're doing Willow Universe. Lucinda coming in with an entrance. Oh, yeah. Lucinda hitting those stars. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? All right. Those of you who are wondering, stars is enabled. It is a way to send support to me. They're about $0.01 each. Just to let you know what the deal is with that. Hello, Christine. How are you doing, sweetheart? I know. What? Well, why are you missing me last week? What's up with that? What's up with that? If some of you original gangsters can pop out and help anybody that's lost, that would be amazing. Okay. Where are stars? Stars is somebody help carry out with the stars. Christine's sending stars right off the bat. She's coming in. She's coming in making that entrance. Oh, yeah. 6,000%. 6,000%. coming in with the entrance. Your husband's hanging out with you tonight? Christine and husband. You might get lost if you go out. Tina's telling you they're on the bottom. Darlene is here. Hello, 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 Darlene. How are you, sweetheart? Yeah, I'm not really sure how stars look on your end, guys. So if you could help that question out, that would be amazing. Who is here with their husband? We're losing track already. I'm losing track already. Kelly from Southern Maryland. Hello, 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 Kelly. How are you, sweetheart? Thank you so much. Yes, stars is enabled, and you will see a link for PayPal. Just X out of it. It's not necessary. You're getting better, darling. Excellent. Healing wishes and prayers to you, love. And just X out of it. It's not necessary to watch, to do the PayPal thing. Please, if you see anybody, pay attention to who's sending the post, who's posting the post, because if it's not me, if you don't see Eve's Creations Paint Party at the top of any post, do not hit that. It's not me. There's no sign in. There's no registration. There's no special links. There's none of that. All right, guys? So please, please, please be careful. I'm sorry. I try to delete them as soon as I see them, but the robots are faster than I am. 6,000%. Happy St. Patty's Day, everybody, by the way. And let me put you guys in your handy-dandy holder. Oh, thanks, Sam. Appreciate that. Christine and hubby. Gotcha. Thank you. Thank you, Sam. Thanks for paying attention. All right, let me put you guys in your handy-dandy holder so you can check out what we're doing. Oh, yeah. So this is a now, I got a new phone case, right? So, like, the holder is, like, really, really not happy about it. So I just hope you guys don't go flinging somewhere. And see, the spammers are on my feed too. See that? All right, time for your shock. You guys ready to be shocked? It's shock time. What? Did you guys feel that jolt? I know you felt that jolt. 6,000%. 6,000%, you felt that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Hello, 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 everybody. So what do we got going on here? Darlene with the stars. Thank you so much, Darlene. You're amazing. Liz. That's all right, Liz. Yeah, I just hope you didn't hit anything that wasn't correct. I'm glad you're here now. Yeah, right, Christine? Right? They're already like hitting us on this feed. So, guys, just be really careful, okay, guys? That's all I want you to do. Happy St. Patty's Day. Yes. Carolyn is here and on time. Woohoo! Yes, baby. Yes. 6,000%. All right. And, so let me do what I do, okay? Replays are always available on my YouTube channel. My sister's pretty good posting them by the weekend. If you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you will be notified when things are posted. So, and it doesn't cost anything to subscribe. So, guys, if you could hit that subscription button, it really, really helps me. PayPal link is being featured. Like I said, you could just X out of that if it pops up in the way. It's not necessary. It's just appreciated. I also have Cash App. I'm sharing that link now. And I have Venmo. So, and these are the official links, okay, guys? Not anything else anybody else is sending. So, make sure that you are being diligent and paying attention. Those of you on the Make 'em Ups journey, so I put green and sparkle to mimic the stars. So that's what we're working with tonight. The green really makes my eyes pop, doesn't it? Because my eyes are green. Right? Got to do something to see the eyeballs with all this other stuff going on. Right? Anyway, happy St. Patty's Day to everybody, and all of my videos on Facebook are kid friendly and on YouTube, so if you could watch the comments, I'm going to try to watch this thing 6,000%. So, wow, you guys got me to 350 stars already. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rebecca, for the stars. Like I said, they are about a penny each. All right, so just keep that in mind so you know what you're spending. And you guys really do keep the lights on. Thank you so much, Rebecca, for the stars. I appreciate that. All right, I got roll call. Hi, Cody. How are you? Hello, Cody. Terry, your girls are there with you, too? Okay. So, who's the girls? Who's the girls? So I can give them a shout out, if you don't mind sharing. If you don't want to share, that's fine, too. We have... creepers, we got watchers, we got painters, we got all sorts of people. So we love y'all. Welcome to the fam if you're new. And hold on, it's a wild ride. Brenna and Harmony. Hello, Brenna. Hi, Harmony. What beautiful names. Beautiful names for beautiful girls. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Yes, 6,000%. All right, so let me show you what we're doing. I'm working on a 16 by 20 canvas. It is 16 this way, 20 straight up and down. If you're working on something different or a different size, as long as you're in the general area of your canvas that I am in, you will be fine. I hope you guys are ready to have flicky-doo and dot mania. This whole painting is dots and flicky-doos. The whole entire thing. And you know me, I will bring you to about layer 3 or 4, and then I want you to create on your own. Okay, guys? So if you need a reference picture, please take a screenshot. You can swipe the comments off to your left on most phones. Take your screenshot. I can't show you both at once. I will reference it. I will bring it back into screen, and if you need to see it, most definitely ask me. If you ask me a question and I miss it, just ask it again. Sometimes if I'm here, I'm not here. You know what I mean? So no corner for you, Amanda. Woohoo! Amanda made it on time. Yeah, I know. Everyone's on time tonight. Wow. That's awesome. That's awesome. Everyone's on time tonight. I'm telling you. Nobody be wanting to go in the corner, that's for sure. I hope everyone's having an epic Friday. Reminder, next week is going to be on Saturday. All right, next week is going to be on Saturday. So, lock that in for yourselves, okay? I will be posting the event. You guys, hello, Stacy. You guys are getting a sneak peek tonight on what's Friday. It's like this close to being finished. So you guys are going to get a sneak peek of what's going on next Friday. The notifications went out on time. That's amazing. Amazing! I love when stuff actually works. I love when stuff actually works. Check out this roll call, guys. Oh, yeah. Woohoo! That's what I'm talking about. I need an oxygen tank for this roll call, that's for sure. I don't mind, though. All right, you guys ready? I'm ready. You ready? I'm ready. All right. Ooh, it's the almighty blank canvas. But we're going to hit it with our almighty brushes. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We're going to hit it with our almighty brushes, and everything is going to be wonderful. Oh, thank you so much, Amanda. Yeah, I try to do green, and then I put sparkly on to mimic the stars. So, that was the gist. Thank you guys for encouraging my make-em-ups hobby, right? I have a lot of fun with it, and it helps with my anxiety, too. Like, before I hit the button to go live, my excitement before I go live, it kind of helps me focus on something else. So thank you guys for all your encouragement this whole time. I really do appreciate it. All right, we're going to start off with large fluffy. Swirl, tap, dab, large fluffy. Those of you that have bought the brush sets from me, you have to prep these. So when you get these, make sure you smash the HE double hockey sticks out of them. All right, smash them up. They're going to lose bristles. Stuff's going to fly out of them. That is all good. The more you beat it up, the fluffier it's going to be. Oh, you're a grandma? That's awesome, Tina B. Oh, congratulations. Many blessings, doll. Many blessings. That's amazing. Oh, thank you so much, Amanda. Thank you for the stars, too. I appreciate that. All right, so we're going to do our trick. Some of you know it, some of you don't, but we're going to grab black, and we're going to grab some blue with the black, okay? And you're just going to smash this on. You're going to smash this on. Not too thick. Not too thick, but we're grabbing black with blue. Black and blue. Black and blue, but in a good way. Not in the way of where I just bumped into my chair and now I got a big mark on my hip. Not that kind of black and blue. Black and blue in a positive way. And you have to move rather quickly because we want this to stay wet to do the, like those little supernova clouds or whatever you want to call them. So we want this to stay wet, so we're moving rather quickly. All right, now I'm going to grab red. I'm going to grab red with that black. Oh, that's so adorable. Two boys, huh? Two little boys. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Boys are something else. Girls are something else, too. They all go through their phases, you know what I mean? They all go through their phases. So we're going to bring this pretty much about 3/4 of the way down. And like I said, you need to move rather quickly. Again, now I'm grabbing black and red. I'm grabbing black and red. Spreading that on. You want this, you need to move quickly because this has to be wet to do our supernova clouds. Okay, so, and towards the bottom, I'm going to start grabbing blue again. Blue, and, oh, I bet they are. I bet they're adorable. Blue and black now. Okay, so you're asking me, Eve, why are we grabbing colors with black paint? Well, number one, it kind of gives it more depth, right? See, and you get like a little bit of, you know, it's not just flat. It's not just flat black, right? So you get a little bit of colors going on, and it gives it some more depth and some more, I don't know what I'm looking for, but you know what I'm trying to say. The word is eluding me right now. All right, so we're going to bring this about 3/4 of the way down. All right, and now I'm going to wipe off my brush, and I'm going to give it a... I'm going to wipe off my brush, get all the excess paint out of it. Okay. And what we want to do with this still wet is, yeah, let me give it a little swirl too. Swirling it. We're swirling it. Oh, yeah. Swirl, 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 swirl. Dab, 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 dab. Smush, 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 smush. Do, 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 do. So, the reason we put the colors underneath, because now I'm going to grab white paint. And I just want a little bit, alright? So you're going to grab some white paint just on the tips of that fluffy brush. And you're going to do a little smash, smash, right? To get even less on the fluffy brush. And now we're going to swirl. And when you swirl, those colors are going to come out. Those colors are going to come out. So I am using a very light touch. Very light touch, small amount of paint, okay? And we're just going to swirl in these lighter areas. I'm going to wipe my brush off because it picked up black. So I'm wiping the brush off. Okay, guys, we're going to wipe the brush off. Wipe, 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 wipe. All right, and then grab white paint again. Okay, and smash, smash, smash. And put it on the canvas. And see how that has a purplish hue to it? Right, without even trying. So I'm painting with white paint, but now I'm getting all these magnificent colors coming through without even trying. Okay, so I'm probably going to have more supernova clouds than the original, just because this is working and they are fun. Hey, we got another troll. Look at that. Woohoo! I just love that. That is so fun. You know, whatever. I guess it's the world we live in. But, guys, just be careful, okay? They're actually on the feed tonight, which, wow, they're getting bold. And I know they post in the event pages. Like I said, if it's not from me, if it's not a post from me, if you look at who's posting the comment and it doesn't say Eve's Creations Paint Party on it, please don't hit it. Please don't hit it. No, 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 no. Alright, so I'm putting in these very light swirly doos. Very, very light touch, right? My paint is really wet. And I want these to blend out and soften. I'm just swirling. So I put the brush on there with the paint, and then I just swirl. And I want to go up and down and all around with an extremely light touch. Extremely light touch, okay? So again, paint on the brush. Let me wipe this off because I'm picking up black on my brush. So my brush is all wiped off. I'm grabbing my white paint. I'm doing a dab dab. We're going on here. I'm pressing with a very light touch. Okay, you're going to get a big thick spot. And what you do with that is you want to swirl all around that. See me going up? Going into a channel over this way, going over here, okay, doing all of those things. Now, my paint is drying, right? Because that didn't spread around as much as the other ones were. Okay, so, and you don't want to push it, don't push it, because once your paint starts drying, you don't want to start pushing hard and smearing it all around, because then you're just going to get big goopy streaks. All right, let it do it. Let it do its thing. All right, so since we're at this point where everything's sort of drying, now I want to put the brighter areas on these. Okay, so we're going to put the brighter areas on these. I'm going to grab a small fluffy, and I'm going to give you ketchup mustard time with this, so don't stress it. I'm just doing it rather quickly because I need this to stay wet to do the effect of softening. All right, but as soon as I'm done putting this in, the black part, we're going to have some ketchup mustard time. So don't stress, okay, guys? Don't stress. Just play. Just play. All right, I got the medium brush now with the white paint, and I'm going to pick spots that I want to be brighter. Okay? Pick spots that I want to be brighter. Now I'm going to wipe my brush off. Wipe the brush off. That's a very important step a lot of people forget, is wiping your brush off. Okay, I'm going to go to where that bright spot was and very softly just soften it out. Just soften it out. Okay, wipe my brush off again. Some more white paint. Come over here, and maybe there's a bright area over here. So I just dab that paint on. Okay, dab that bright spot on, right? Making little trails and things hanging out. Now I'm going to wipe my brush off, right? And I'm just going to soften it out now, doing swirls. Very light swirls. Okay, just softening it out. That's all. And you can have these. Hello, 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 Britton. How are you doing, sweetheart? Hello, hello, hello. What kind of brush is that? This, I call them fluffy. They are a stiff bristled brush that when you dab them, the bristles go everywhere. I sell them part of my set. Hello, 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 Pamela. How are you doing, sweetheart? I got to write down Britton, and I got to write down Pamela. Britton, I know you haven't been here in a good minute, but you got to go in the corner. Pamela, you got to go in the corner. You're late. And Gail, oh, it's a trio. It's a trifecta. It's a corner trifecta going on. We got Britton, Pamela, and Gail. But I can be bribed. I can be bribed out of the corner. So see, it is a stiff bristled brush that when you smash it, the bristles go everywhere. Some people use a mop. Some people use a fan. I sell these in my brush sets, small, medium, large. If you want exactly what I'm using, that's on my website under merch. But that's the type of brush I'm using. That's what it looks like. So if you have a brush that looks similar to this and it's stiff, bristles. Stiff bristles in every direction. Ha ha! Oh no, oh no! Oh no! Oh no! And Denise is coming in late too? Oh my goodness. We got a quad corner going on. I could have sworn I hit a Denise before. I guess not. That's right, Sam. You tell him. Okay, so now, again, I'm going to put a pop and swirl this around and put like little trails on it, right? Like little trails. And if you're new to doing these, do them over here because the tree is going to cover about 60% of this. Okay, so if you're new to doing little cloud formations, if you're new to doing like, you know, because all this is mini clouds. And instead of having, and you have like small little trails coming off of it. Okay, so if you're new to trying this and you're not too sure, do it all over here. Practice over here. Thank you so much, Gail. Oh, Gail. Oh, you were here from the beginning, Pamela. I don't know. Oh, Gail coming in with the bribe. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, Pamela, I'll take your word for it. But next time when I take attendance, you need to say here. Denise and Britton, you're sharing the corner. That's all there is to it. Unless somebody else comes in late. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. I love you guys. Pamela's like, yes, ma'am. Okay, now, what you also can do is I'm going to, since this is getting dry, I'm going to grab some color with my white now. All right, so I'm grabbing red, and I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to dab, dab, dab. It's going to give me this nice pink, and I'm going to come in with some color now. So I'm going to swipe some color on here. All right, we're going to do some swipes of color. Here, there, not everywhere. I'm going to wipe off my brush. Thank you guys. I love you guys too. All right, so I'm going to wipe off my brush. Okay, that's a very important step. And now I'm going to go back to where I put these pieces in, and we're going to swirl to soften. We're going to swirl to soften. Okay, swirl to soften. And like I said, if you're new to doing these and you're not really sure, practice where the tree's going. Practice where the tree's going. Also, this is all on a black base. So you can easily, if you want to, I don't suggest it, but if you want to, you can easily cover it right back up again just by putting black paint on top of it. Okay? So I'm going to swirl, tap, dab my brush, and I'm going to grab blue and white now. So I got blue. Okay, I'm going to grab blue, and I'm going to grab the white. Smash, 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 right? I'm going to put in the little swipes, right? Swipe, swipe, swipe. Okay, and I'm kind of swiping where my curves were when I put the white paint on. Okay, I'm kind of swiping where my curves were when I put the white paint on. Now, I'm going to wipe off my brush. Yes, Carolyn, yes, we did. We had the one that was the tribute to my dad, where myself and my father were fishing, and the whole bottom of the canvas was the galaxy. We did that one. And I know I did a how-to on how to paint a galaxy, so if you guys are really digging the galaxy thing, you could try, that's on the YouTube channel, how to paint a galaxy. So, now, I'm going to grab a little bit of white paint, because this blue isn't popping as much as I want it to. So, we're talking microscopic amount of white paint. Alright, and I'm going to put white with that blue. Now I'm going to wipe my brush off. Yeah, the Galaxy Fishing one. That was an ode to my dad. So he was in the clouds with my pup Spencer, and I was on the dock with the bee-man. The bee-man. That's better. That's better. Okay. And let's put a color on this one too. I'm going to grab some red. See now, notice I'm swiping on the curve of these little things I did. Okay, I'm swiping on those curves. Right? Very little paint. Wipe my brush off. Come back in. And soften. Very light touch. Look where I'm holding my brush too. Okay, that helps with having it be more random. It helps with your swirling, and it helps to keep it soft. Okay, so positioning your hand on your brush in certain areas actually help with your painting. And if you're hitting spots, like this spot's still kind of wet, and it's like feeling goopy, you can smash it down like I'm doing right now. Okay, using a very, very light touch, I am just softening out those globby areas. Alright, so they dry for me. Okay, and you can go into, like say you have a part that is like whoosh, way too much paint, right? Like you don't know what happened, you just put way too much paint when you went to do your cloud. Very simply grab more black paint. You can grab more black paint. Okay, put it into those areas. I'm going to wipe off my brush, and I am going to dab with the black paint. Okay, doing a little swirl swirl action with the black paint, and you could break up any area that might have been too bright. Alright, guys? Okay, so ketchup mustard. Have fun with that. Alright, 6,000%. Like I said, I had to move quickly because I had to do that stuff with everything still wet. And I have all these lights on my canvas, so my stuff dries rather quickly. 6,000%. Alright, guys, so let me do roll call, and if I miss somebody, you can let me know. I got Britton and Amanda and Cindy and Tina and Sam and Marcia, Diane, Brenda, Debbie, Becky, Debbie, Carrie, Kimberly, Lisa, Nikki, Amber, Stacy, Lisa, Tina, Terry with Brenna and Harmony. Hi, guys. And Rebecca, Dorothy, Meshka, Lucinda, Christine and her hubby, Darlene, Kelly, Liz, Samantha, Carolyn, Cody, Gail, Pamela, Denise, and Britton. I don't really breathe like that. Not yet, anyway. I just did it for effect. You were painting too fast to say hello. Hello, 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 Lori. All right, if you say so. If you say so, Lori. If you say so. Yeah, guys, if you have any questions for me, go ahead and ask. I mean, if you don't ask the question, I can't answer it. And there's no wrong question. Everybody is at a different level in their painting. Some people, and Missy, you are heading to the corner, doll. What? All right. Denise, you get to leave. Britton, you get to leave. Missy's coming in. Missy's going in the corner. 6,000%. So all of you are at a different level. Some of you are brand spanking new. Some of you have been painting with me for like years now. So there's no wrong question, okay, guys? There's absolutely no wrong question. And if the question's never asked, it can never be answered. All right. Yeah, Nikki, that's why I'm giving you ketchup mustard time now. I'm going to use you guys as a mirror, by the way. I had to paint quickly because I needed it still to be wet to do all the softening and the blending. So, and I've got 1, 2, 3 lights on me. So, there you go. I love that, Carrie. That's awesome. Oh, that's all right, Sam. I got the replay. You are killing it, Carrie. That's right. We're slaying it. We're slaying it tonight. 6,000%. Get it, girl. Get it. Get it, babe. Okay, so, those of you that are new and you're going to be sticking around, on my YouTube channel, there's like 250 plus videos. Every single video I've ever done for the last 3 years, and every social platform I'll ever be on, I always use the same brushes, and I always use the same paint and paint colors. I'll never change. It hasn't changed. It's the same across the board for every single video that is already made and anything I do in the future. So, you're brand new, Carrie. Welcome, sweetheart. Sounds good, Pamela. So if you're going to be sticking around for a while, I do sell the painting sets where you get everything you need. And I also sell the brush sets. And the brush sets have all of the brushes that I use. So, you get 8 brushes. You get Big Boy, you get the 3 fluffies, you get Mini Me, you get Tiny, and you get 2 nifties. So, I have the brush sets, I have the paint kits, which you get the paint, the brush set, easel, canvases, palette, storage bag, care instructions. You get the whole thing. Okay, so I have those too. If you go to www.evesartistry.com, I'll post it for you. You'll get to a screen and there'll be buttons, and you just hit the merchandise button. And can you talk while you're in the corner? Absolutely not. You hit the merchandise button and you can order yourself whatever you may need. All right. If you ever have any questions on getting supplies for yourself or what you want to get, then 6,000%. Direct messaging me through Facebook, hitting that message button to talk to me, is the best way to get in touch with me. If you need to ask me something, or you want to show me something, or whatever you want to talk about, I will answer you. It might be 4 in the morning, but I will answer you. Alright, so we're going to swirl tap that Big Boy now, and we're going to put in our grassy area. Now, my grassy area on the original has all these different colors in it. Okay? So, I'm going to put all different colors on my brush, and we're going to see what happens. Hello, Jennifer. How are you doing, sweetheart? Jennifer, I know you're new, and you're just chiming in, but anybody that comes in late has to go in the corner. But you can hang out with Missy, and she'll show you the ropes, all right? No one's safe. Oh, thanks, Missy. That was great. That was awesome. You're amazing. All right, I'm swirl tap dabbing Big Boy. He is a 1-inch flat. Thanks, Sam. Yep, they're pretty cool, right? He's a 1-inch flat. And I'm going to grab blue, right? I'm going to grab yellow. I'm going to grab this dirty white right here that has all sorts of stuff going on. I'm going to do a little smash. Okay, I want it to be a little darker. I'm going to grab this messy black. I'm going to grab the blue. Alright, let's grab some red. Let's see what happens. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. I have no idea what we're going to get. And I'm going to leave that all separated on my brush. Thank you, Tina B. Yeah, you're considered an OG. Alright, so all separated on the brush, and we're gonna swoop, guys. So you're just gonna come down here and you're gonna wiggly swoop right across. Notice I held my brush back here, and I'm gonna just slide across, and now I'm just gonna color this all in. I'm just going to color this all in. And I'm going to stick and move, so I wind up getting those pretty separations of color. Okay, if you want it more blended, you just keep painting over it. See, if you keep painting over it. Yeah, there's some people that have been here from the beginning. Not too many, though. Some here and there. A lot. Sometimes people pop back on that have been here from the beginning. So if you want it more soft and blended, if you just keep painting over it, it's going to blend all together. See that? But I like the separation of color. So I'm going to kerplunk from the side, right? Always pull your paint from the side. I'm grabbing black, I'm grabbing white, I'm grabbing blue, I'm grabbing yellow. I'm doing a smash, separate on my brush. And sweep across. Sweep across. That's all. That's all you're doing. Okay? That's all you're doing. Like I said, as you sweep across, you just keep it moving. You'd be here more often if you had paint, Britain. So, not only were you late, you're unprepared. Oh, goodness gracious. You know, guys, I'm like 2 steps away from being certified to teach in New Jersey. I was well on my way there to become a teacher. That's what my degree is in. I'm educated, is in education. So this in the corner stuff and late to class and all of that good stuff is cracking me up. It really is. Becky's here. Becky's in the house. Becky. All right. Missy's out of the corner. Because Becky's got to go in the corner. Britton and Jennifer, you get to leave the corner too. So everybody out of the corner. Britton, Missy, Jennifer, you all get to leave because Becky's coming in. Right, Lori? We have fun here. So I just grabbed a lot of white on my brush now. So kind of like the same trick with the clouds. I just grabbed a lot of white on my brush and I'm kind of sweeping this across and see how it's making some more of the colors come out. And all I did was put dirty white paint on my brush. That is all I did. Hi, Shauna. How are you doing, sweetie? You're out on the town. That sounds amazing. You're going to paint later? All right. I was going to say, if you were sticking around, you'd have to go with Becky into the corner, but you're just popping in to say hi. Hi, Shauna. How you doing? So, I just grabbed some white paint on my brush, just a little bit of white like this, and I'm sweeping it across, and it's making all of those colors come out. No worries, Lucinda. No worries. I'll be here when you make it back. Hi, Stacy. Yep. It's being recorded and it'll get posted. No worries. Who came in? Stacy and Shauna came in. Stacy and Shauna came in to say hello. Hello, hello, hello. Alright, Stacy. Sounds good to me. Hang out. Alright, so I'm swirl tap dabbing big boy. You know what time it is? Do you guys know what time it is? Do you know what time it is? Do you? Do you? It's tree time. What? Tree time, everybody. That's what I'm talking about. So, I'm swirl tap dabbing big boy. That's right, girl. It's tree time. Swirl tap dabbing big boy. Okay. I'm getting them nice and thin and cut you. Razor sharp. Razor sharp. We're going to grab some black with some white. We're going to grab some red. We're going to grab some yellow. We're going to grab it all. We're just grabbing every color under the sun. And when I mix that together, need some more yellow. I'm going to need some more red. We're going to get like a brown. Okay, because we're going to do this in brown, and then as we're filling it in, we're going to make it darker and darker and darker. Tree time! That's right, Pamela. Yes, healing prayers and wishes for Lucinda, everybody. She just had cataract surgery. She's on the road to recovery. So, healing wishes and prayers to Lucinda, everybody. Replay! Oh, yeah, Becky. Okay, so I got brown paint on here. I'm coming over in this direction. Alright, you're going to hold your brush back here. You're going to put it straight up against your canvas. If you're on a table, put it straight down. Alright? You're going to start like in the middle between the top and the bottom of your grass. You're going to start over here to the side. Okay, so you're leaving room for the branches going this way. Alright, guys, and we're going to pull. And when you hit about the middle of your universe here, that's when you want to turn it. Okay, I'm going to add more white to mine so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to add more white to mine so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, and we're just going to keep doing this. I'm putting branches everywhere. Putting branches everywhere. Right, I'm just following along the line I made, curving outward, and putting branches in. Now, do not stress these branches. You're not going to see most of them. You are not going to see most of them. Okay, and I'm making them lighter so you can see what I'm doing. All right, but you can leave them on the dark side if you want to. You could either curve this way. You can turn around and curve your brush, turn your brush like this, right? You do the show me the money or world's smallest fiddle. And then you put your brush in there. And you're able to turn your brush. Okay, so that's how you turn your brush. And I'm coming over here. I'm going to crisscross some. Okay, and we are just going to put in whoop, all these lovely sweeping branches. All these lovely sweeping branches. Alright. Maybe that one's crisscrossing over that one. Okay. And then we're going to come down here. And if you get a thick one, don't worry about it. We're going to cover this with so many flicky-doos, it's not even funny. So if you get a thick one, do not worry about it. Now I'm going to come over here. I'm going to bring this down. And I'm going to press harder with my brush. And I'm going to make the trunk thicker. Making the trunk thicker. Oh, yeah. There we go. Bring that down. Okay. Don't worry if your green's mixing in with it. This is just layer one. Layer one. Alright. I'm going to wipe off my brush. Get all the goopy gobbies out of the center of it. And we're going to do the roots. The roots! I made a really quick brown, which basically I mixed every color on my palette. You need ketchup? I'm just doing the roots, babe. Then I'll take a mini break, okay? So now for the roots, I'm going to follow down my trunk and I'm going to pull out this way. But does anyone subscribe? I never heard of them, Tina. I've never heard of them. Maybe somebody else has, but I've never heard of Chewy. Okay, and I'll root that way and I'll root this way. I'll put another one here. And another one over here going into no man's land. Okay, and I'm going to connect them. So I'm making this top part thicker right here. And then having it go thin. Top part thicker, have it go thin. Top part thicker, thin. Top part thicker. Then have it go thin. It's a pet food company. Yeah, I don't know. I'm grabbing some more paint. I'm going to come up in here and I'm going to do the small little branches coming out the top. Ah. Alright, now I'm going to thicken the trunk here. Like I said, don't stress any of these branches. You're not going to see any of them. You're seriously not going to see any of it. So if you get a thick branch, if you get something that's a little wonky, they're just the guide to put the flicky-doos of the weeping willow hanging downwards. Alright, they're just a guide. And all these branches you see in here, we put back in later. Alright, we put those branches back in later. And did I turn around and follow the original branches that I had? On some of them I did, but some of them just wound up being brand new things. Some of them just wound up being brand new things. So do not stress it at all. Speaking of which, we need green. So, I'm going to swirl tap that big boy. I'm going to get all those colors out of them. And we're going to make green. So, I'm going to grab my clean blue. Okay. I'm going to grab my clean yellow. I'm going to grab some fairly clean white. And I'm going to smash. Now, I'm not going to over mix this. I just want to make sure. Now, see how it's kind of turquoise? I need to grab more yellow. The more yellow you grab, the more Kelly green it's going to be. Okay, once you have that, I'm going to wipe off my brush to get that nice edge on it, and it's flicky-do time. So we're going to flicky-do, flicky-do, okay? So you're just going to place your brush on one of these branches and you're going to flick downwards. Just like that. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And keep it moving. Now, you want to put some spaces in, okay? So put some spaces in, and as you get to the end of the branch, you want your flicky-doos to be smaller. Right? Now, you see all that paint in the middle of my brush? I don't want to waste that. I don't want to waste that. So, I'm going to turn around on my palette, and I'm going to wipe my brush off on the edge of my palette like this. So that's going to pull all the paint out of the middle of the brush, and then I can put it on the tip. Flicky-doo, flicky-doo, flicky-doo mania. This whole painting is flicky-doos and dots. So we're going to put these initial flicky-doos on. And then I'm going to show you how to do the planets and stars in your universe. And the whole rest of the painting is literally us doing flicky-doos. Okay, now put the flicky-doo on and leave it alone. Leave it alone. And if your branch is curved, you're going to line up with the branch and you're still going to come straight down. So, if you line up with the branch, but you're still going to pull straight down. And you're going to put these on, leave some spaces in between them. And that's right, Tina B, you got that right. And then leave it alone. Leave it alone. Put it on, keep it moving. Because if you keep playing with them, they're going to get all blended together. You're going to lose the flicky effect. And you're not going to have all the different colors. And if you notice, as I'm getting to the edge, I'm making them smaller. And this is layer 1. So if you are, if you didn't leave it alone and you're getting a big goopy mess, stop painting it. Number 1, stop painting it. Number 2, let it dry. Alright? Because you're going to be able to separate all that when we go to do the other layers. And you're lining this up to the top of the branch. Okay, so those of you that got a really thick branch, guess what? You're not going to see it. Okay, and we're going to take this one like it's coming out from the front of the tree, so I'm going to bring it into the tree. Okay, I'm going to put a couple more flicky-doos where the trunk of the tree is. Okay. Ah. All right, Patricia, no worries. No worries, Tina. That's what the replays are for. So, now I'm going to wipe off my brush. And you're going to churn. You're going to churn your brush the other way. And you're going to come where you did these flicky-doos, and you're going to do flicky-doos with the brush turned the other way. So, what's this going to do? This is going to help separate those colors. It's also going to get rid of any goops or gobs that you might have accumulated, right? And it's going to give you some longer pieces, which is nice. So, this is softening out those colors. Okay, there's nothing on my brush. I'm just going to where I was before and churning my brush the other way. And you're just going to flick these in. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So this is going to get rid of any gobs that you might have had. It's going to soften this out for you. Okay, it's going to give you some longer pieces. Just like that. Thank you so much for the stars, sweetheart. Thank you. I appreciate that. Aw, thanks, Tina M. Christy coming in with some stars. She's like, I'm not going in the corner. I'm hitting Eve with some stars as soon as I get in there. I like it. 6,000%. So, stars is for sending support. You guys keep the lights on, no lie. And you also keep the B-Man fed. So, they're about a penny each, so you know what you're spending. Also, I have PayPal, Venmo, all right, Becky, you can come out of the corner now. Everybody can come out of the corner. You can all play with your friends and just behave. Just make sure you behave. All right, so what we're going to do next is I'm going to show you how to do the universe. I'm going to show you how to do all the stars and the little planets and everything else. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do the universe portion so you guys can just start filling that in for your, to your heart's content. Thank you so much, Missy, for the stars. Okay, because this is just dot-o-mania. All bunch of dots. So I'm going to tell you how to put those dots in and what colors you should be using. And if you're waiting for me to do anything, you guys can just keep filling in your universe dots throughout this whole process, okay? So, universe dots. I don't have a tiny. I need a tiny. I guess I'll use nifty. I forgot tiny. All right, sounds good, sweetheart. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that, Tina. What's the best way to paint over canvas to start over? The best way is to use gesso. Gesso. You could put layers of gesso. If you want it really smooth, you sand in between those layers. It's like a white chalky base that they sell. If you're like me and a little bit lazy, You could paint right over the top of it. You just want to use extra white in your paint to make sure you're covering what's underneath. So your first layer is going to be mostly white with maybe a little bit of color put in. But gesso is the most affordable. Thank you, Christy. It's Gesso. You were close. It's the most affordable way. You're not wasting your paint. You just swipe it on, nice thin layers. You can sand in between the layers if you want it back to being wicked smooth. And depending on the quality of gesso you buy, you'll need 2 to 3 layers. You might still see some of it underneath, but once you start painting on top of it, that'll disappear. So that is the most affordable and correct way. You lost the girls, Terry. They're running around. They're like, Ma, they're like, we painted the tree. We're good. We got our clouds. We're good. Brenna and Harmony, you guys have an excellent night. 6,000%. All right, I'm going to use Nifty. You can also use a tiny. I just don't happen to have a tiny here. And welcome. Can gesso be used on multimedia paper? I wouldn't, Patricia, I wouldn't use gesso on multimedia paper just because it's chalky and paper is flexible, so it could crack. So I wouldn't do it. I mean, if you want to test a little bit out, you can. All right. So how to do stars, right? So you want white, you want blue, you want white, and you want like a light blue. Okay, so I have blue, I have a light blue, and I have white. Okay, so you want to use all 3 colors, and when you put in your stars, what kind of canvas do I use? I use pre-primed stretch canvas. You can I get it, usually I get my canvas at Michael's unless someone's having a mega sale, but it's pre-primed stretched canvas. Okay, close up. All right, so when you do your dots, okay, you can make some big, you can make tiny, tiny, tiny ones, all right? And what you want to do with some of them is you want to make a pattern. Okay, you want to make a pattern. Right? Or maybe like a little cluster, and then you do some spread out. Okay, you definitely want the larger ones in there. All right, you want the larger ones. Okay, and some of them just make some sort of pattern or cluster, and then do the other ones spread out. So, and I want you to put these in, like where we put the green, definitely put these in. Okay, random like. All right, because you see the stars peeking through different areas of the tree. So, to start off with tonight, so starting your stars off, put all the ones around your tree first, okay? So as we're working on our tree, they're going to be there, all right? And so that was the light blue, okay? Then you want to put blue ones in there, right? So where you have one of these clouds or whatever, you can put in the blue ones, the dark blue ones. Okay, and swirl tap dab my brush, and you want your paint not to be goopy. Okay, so make sure you're swirl tap dabbing your brush. Keep a little bit of water in it, because the thinner your paint is, the easier you're going to be able to do a dot. And you want the bright white ones. You want the light blue ones. Okay, and like I said, you want them to make patterns or clusters. Okay, as you fill these in, you want to make some that are bigger. Maybe that's like a planet. Right? Maybe that's a planet. Okay, and as you fill these in, now on my original, I have Stars of Mania going on. Okay, so am I going to fill this whole canvas in with stars for you guys tonight? Absolutely not. I already did it. Right? They go all the way down towards the ground. Put some on the edge of your canvas, like they're, because that's going to make the eye float off of the canvas. So you want to put some on the edge. Alright, right up against the edge, going off. Okay, and like I said, you're going to switch between dark blue, light blue, and white. Alright, that's what you want to do. Now, the sparkle star, okay, the stars with the sparkles, I just made a dot. And then I did a flick and a flick. Okay, and you got a star that is, thank you so much, Tina, I appreciate that. Right, so you just do little flickies outwards and you have that. Okay, when I did the larger ones, the planet looking ones, I did those. Right, I had those like being in a line. Okay, so I had those. Have a great night, Stacy. Thank you so much for stopping in. I appreciate it. And again, where the cloud is, you want to do darker blue. Okay, if you push too hard, guess what? You just got yourself a planet. Just make it circular. Bam, just like that. That's how that works. Alright. And then like I said, you want to make a pattern. And fill these in on your green. Okay, have them peeking and poking out of your green. So do all the ones on my YouTube, sweetheart, Missy, on my YouTube channel. You can subscribe to the channel and you'll get notified when the videos are posted. And it also helps me with the numbers, so, and it's absolutely free to do. So you can 6,000% subscribe on my YouTube channel. It's at the top of the page. 850 stars, guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And the electric company appreciates that too. Alright, so I'm wearing your guys' favorite shirt tonight. Alright, more you play with it, bigger it gets. I have lots of shirts, lots of sayings. They're Gildan heavyweight cotton. Okay, it's done in vinyl. I've washed this shirt probably at least 30 times already because I wash it every time after I wear it because that's just the way I am. The vinyl is not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. So it's big and it's comfy. All sizes are available. Those are under the merchandise too. Some of you have already gotten one. Tina's gotten one. A couple other people have gotten a shirt. So, yeah, I think you're already subscribed, Missy. I think you already took care of that. Okay, see how I made like a little cluster right there? And then you just tap around it. Okay, like I said, you can make bigger ones. You can make smaller ones. Now, some people do a splatter universe. I'm not a fan. So if you go to www.evesartistry.com, you're going to see a ton of buttons. And the buttons are, one of the buttons says merchandise. If you hit the merchandise button, it'll bring you to the shirts, it'll bring you to the paint kits, the brush sets, and a canvas tote. So, you want to hit the merchandise button. Also on my website, if you want to see me on the other platforms, if you want to see all my art that's listed on Etsy to be able to purchase a painting from me, if you want to go to my YouTube, if you want to go to my TikTok, if you want to go to my Instagram, on my website, when that first page that opens up, you're going to see a button that says linked. Linked is takes you to all of my other platforms. So if you want to check out my Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Etsy, it's all under linked. So merchandise is for the brush sets, paint kits, shirts, and linked is for all of my other social media. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the splatter universe. I'm too much of a control freak. So yes, I just got green paint on my arm. Not a fan. So I'm too much of a control freak to do that. All right. So I wanted to show you how to do that. So like I said, if you're waiting on me, you can turn around and just keep filling dots in as we're painting along. I'll let you guys in on a little secret. All right. So don't stress the, earthquake. If you get a very large circle, this painting sold, by the way. It sold as soon as I posted it. So if you ever see a painting of mine and you really like it, if it's not listed on my Etsy yet, message me, because this literally sold as soon as I posted the painting. So see these guys right here? I wasn't trying to do that. I was not happy when that happened. But I left it alone, and it adds a sweet little touch to that top corner to bring your eye up there. Okay, so if you get a large circle, don't stress it. You can own it. You can own it, because in the overall scheme of things, it'll actually bring your eye to that section. But if you guys see all those dots? Okay, see them all? And then see where they make, I did like a little straight line here. I did a little curved line there, right? I did another little curve right here with the tiny, tiny ones. Okay, we have a cluster going on right there. Those are making a little curve. Okay, so you want to make these like, see this one's making like a little S curve, these little dots right in there. That's right, just leave it alone, it'll all be alright. Okay, so it's a lot of dots, but when you look at it from far away, it looks absolutely stellar. Ha ha, stellar. I made a pun. See how those are making a curve right there? Right? I said a pun. So we want our universe looking stellar. Okay, there's a flicky-do one. All right, so you can have a lot of fun adding all sorts of things in here. Okay, 6,000%. Okay, so back to the tree. Back to the tree. So we're going to swirl tap that big boy. We're going to swirl tap that big boy. And I want to put in darker areas. So darker areas first. So I have this big pile of green I made. And I'm going to grab my blue paint. Nice, thin, flat big boy. And I'm going to grab that green that I made. Okay. I'm going to go over to the edge and pull this to the edge. And then grab that so it's just on the tip of my brush. Alright, you guys see that? Okay, you see how there's blue and green on the tip of my brush? So you guys see that? Okay. And we're going to go back in and flicky-do again. Again, here, there, not everywhere. Keep it moving. Okay? Reload your brush up. Don't press harder. If you press harder, you're going to wind up with goop. You're not going to wind up with the feathered effect. Okay? So if you press your brush harder, if you see that you're pressing harder, you have to grab more paint. Okay? And again, here, there, not everywhere. You want to put in these darker areas. All right, so that is the sign that you need to grab more paint. If you're pressing harder, you're going to wind up with a smush and not a flick. All right, I'll show you guys. Close up. All right, let me, this cat, all right, earthquake, earthquake. Okay, if you press harder, right, you're going to wind up with that. What you want is that. It's kind of hard to tell because there's a glare. But when you press harder, see how that's solid? Right? You can't see through it. And then when you don't press harder, see how they're feathery? And you can kind of see through them still. Alright, so that's a no. Grab more paint if you're starting to press harder and you're getting those. And those are yeses. The nice feathery flicks. Okay? Now, if you did do this, when we turn our brush vertical, you can break that up. So don't worry about it. If you wound up doing that, that's okay. Because you can turn your brush and we can get rid of that. Alright, so just going to put these in. Right? And here, there, not everywhere. You just want these darker areas. Again, everything is straight down. Okay, now I'm going to wipe off my brush. I like wiping it off on the edge to get any of that extra paint. And then I'm going to wipe it off on my paper towel. If your brush is goopy, you can do a little wiggle wiggle action. If the bristles are separating, do a little wiggle wiggle action and that'll bring your bristles all together. And now we're going to do the vertical. Okay, remember this? That big spot right there? You just do the vertical drag through it. And it'll break it up and make it feathery. Okay, so we're going to do the vertical dabs. Okay, now every once in a while, flatten your brush back out. Flatten your brush back out. Because if you're doing these verticals and your brush head is getting thick, you're going to wind up with thick pieces. Right? So, paying attention to the shape of your brush. See how it started getting thicker? You see that? See how it's all wide now? Okay, you want to flatten that out. Because if you keep doing the verticals with the wide, see? Bam. See how it's flatter? This is what you want, all right? Not that. That's a no. And if you got to swirl, tap, dab it again, swirl, tap, dab it. That's a yes. Okay? So sometimes it's not what you're doing. Sometimes it's the condition of your brush. Okay? So keep that in mind. Alright, so while we're waiting for this to dry, we're going to darken our trunk. So I'm going to grab Mini-Me. Mini-Me is a small shader. He looks just like Big Boy, okay, except he's small. All right. Da, 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 da. Yes, I break out in song. Anybody that's new here, I do sound effects and song all the time. Alright, I got that brown from before, and I'm going to grab black with it. I'm going to grab black with it, okay? And I'm going to put that on my brush, a nice, healthy amount, and we're going to zigzag zoom. We're going to zigzag zoom. Okay, so this way it starts to look like texture. You don't want to put this like this because you're going to lose your texture. Alright, and I'm going to do the darker on the bottom of this root section. Where did I get my palette from? You could find these palettes in any store. Michael's has them, all sorts of stuff. You need to order brushes from me? I'm going to agree to that, Missy. I'm going to agree to that. Just go to my website, doll. That's where they are. Okay, so I'm going to put darker on the bottom of these root sections. I'm going to flicky-do, flicky-do. I'm going to dab. I'm going to zigzag zoom. If your brush is fairly new, don't rub back and forth like this. Do short dabs like that instead. Okay, so this way you don't kill the brush. All right, I'm going to swirl, tap, dab my brush. And now I'm going to grab the original brown color. Right? And we're going to do this. Now, in my original, my tree was more black. So if you want to do the black and gray, you can do the black and gray too. Okay? And here, there, not everywhere, I'm putting in this lighter brown. Again, doing dabbing motions, zigzag zooms, all of that good stuff. And I'm going to put the lighter brown on the top of my root. Okay, and I'm just going to dab, dab, dab. Alright, top of the root, dab, dab, dab. Okay, and if you're putting this lighter brown on and you lose the dark, you found one at Dollar Tree, Tina? Yeah, they're around. They're around, Sam. If you're doing this and you lose your dark, that's okay. Just grab more dark paint and put it back in. I do that a lot. That's one of the things I wind up doing is I wind up going super happy with my lights and I'll lose my dark, or I'll wind up I have dark on here now. Or I'll wind up going super happy with the dark and I lose the lights. So I just wind up switching back and forth. Some people paint and they do all their light first and then they do their dark. I wind up going back and forth. That's how I do it. Now, I want to have this be all dark in here. Okay, right underneath where the pieces are. I'm going to go up in here and I'm going to darken these areas up in here where my trunk is. Okay, maybe darken some of the pieces I still see. Alright. Darken some of those. Okay. Okay, here, there, not everywhere. Just kind of trying to remember where my branches were. And I'm just dabbing. I'm just dabbing. Okay. Now, if I want to go into very dramatic, I got to pour some more black paint. If I want to go into very dramatic, I can grab just black. Right? I swirl tap dab my brush, and now I have just black on there. So I can really put in some really dark moments going on. Again, here, there, not everywhere. And the more dabs you do, the more colors you do, the more texture you're going to have. Okay, so I can put in these really dark moments. Alright, I'm going to grab my lighter brown now. And flicky-doo, some lighter areas, and leave it alone. If I keep going over this, I'm going to lose those texture dabs that I'm creating. Alright, so now we're going to go back to stars for a minute, let the trunk dry. We're going to do our lighter sweeps on the wispy things. And then I'm going to show you how to get the final touches. And we're actually going to be all set. This is a very beginner-friendly painting. You know, the trickiest thing probably in this whole painting was these cloud formations. So if you did, that was like the level up in this painting. So if you didn't get those, that's because you're just not there yet. And that's okay. And that's okay. Alright? Everyone's at a different level. Everyone's at a different level. So if you had trouble with the cloud things, absolutely try them, 6,000%. If you wind up just covering them with black because you didn't like the way they looked, you could always just get rid of them. You know, you don't have to have them in the painting if you don't want to. You don't have to have them in the painting if you don't want to. Okay, if you want to do a little shooting star, I don't have one in the original, but if you want to do a little shooting star, you want to make sure that your brush is nice and cleaned off, and leave a little bit of water in your brush. Okay, grab your paint. Right? Nice, loose, thin paint. Okay? You can't do this if it's gobby. Okay? And, let's see. Where should I add a shooting star? Let's go. Let's go over here somewhere. Let's go over here somewhere. Maybe right here. Maybe right here. All you do is flick. See that? And then you put your star. There it is. Shooting star. See that, guys? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You could do a couple little flicks out on your star if you want to. Okay, then you have a shooting star, just like that. Right? Maybe you want another. I don't have these in the original, but they're really cool and they're easy to do. So maybe one's over here somewhere. Just make sure your paint is nice and loose and thin, and you do a quick swipe. And then put the dot in front of it. Kind of like a semicolon. Okay? And make sure you're putting the universe not on top of your tree trunk like I just did. Make sure you're putting your universe in between your tree. Alright? Make sure you're putting your universe into the tree areas. Okay? Because you're going to see the stars. Oh, got to plan it. I'm going to make that more round. And there we go. Now we have a planet. Yep. So if you guys want to do some shooting stars, that's how you do your shooting stars. That's how you do your shooting stars. And Tina, thank you so much for that. Yeah, that's Mars. Put a little red glow on there. Yeah, guys, you don't have to stick to just the red, white, and blue. Red, white, and blue. You don't have to stick to the white, blue, and light blue. If you want to make some of your little planets like a red color, you can totally do that. That'll work. Nikki just mentioned Mars, right? So if I go over here to this dot right here. Hi! Say I go right here to this dot right here and I put a little red on it. Okay? And then you just dab it with your finger. Alright? You don't have to stick to the one color. See? Just a little red on there. Okay, you can have Mars in your universe if you want to. So all those little touches, all those little things, it's just going to keep adding to your universe. All right, so the more dots, the more little circles, the more little trails that you make, the little curves that you make, the straight lines that you make, right? The straight lines, let's see. Okay, there's a straight line right there, right? Like Orion's sword. The more you do, the more you add, the more it's going to make your galaxy. So keep that in mind. Thank you so much, Tina B, for the compliment. Believe it or not, guys, I was absolutely terrible at making galaxies. They never came out looking like a galaxy. They looked like my sky had dandruff. Or it was snowing. They never came out looking right. You know who could paint galaxies well? My daughter. My daughter figured out how to paint galaxies well. So I asked her how she was doing that. And the tricks, okay, are this. Doing the clusters, those little clusters, doing the patterns, those little curves, and changing the color of the stars. The white, the light blue, the dark blue. So if you do the different colors of the stars, you make those little clusters and you do those patterns, and as you're filling it all in, that's how it is. If you asked me to do a galaxy 4 years ago, I couldn't do it. I didn't know how to do it. The clouds, see, I can make clouds. I never tried to make clouds in the galaxy. So honestly, I watched a YouTube video. I don't even remember what artist it was. And I learned that to make the clouds, remember when I said make those little trails? The little trails coming off of the cloud. So it looked like it was like kind of spidery. That's the only difference between Nova clouds and real clouds, is having those little trails that come off. Like, see how this is like a trail and not a big puff? Yeah. So, oh, you're welcome, Pamela. No worries. Okay, so we're going to scroll tap that big boy. We're going to do the same thing with our lighter layer now. Alright, we're going to do the same thing with our lighter layer on our moss, or whatever this is on a weeping willow. I have no idea if it's moss, what it is. Oh yeah, if you want to put like a constellation in your galaxy, that would be really cool. You know, or maybe put all the horoscope signs, like the little Leo curve and all of that. You can put that in your galaxy too if you want to do that. Alright, so we need our lighter. Okay, so I'm going to grab that green that we made before. I'm going to grab white. And I'm going to grab, see this? Look at this, right? I wanted to get to the clean paint that was underneath. Alright, so I'm going to grab yellow, and I'm going to grab white, and I'm going to grab that green that was from before. Alright, right on the tip of my brush, nice flat edge. And here, there, not everywhere. Lighter flicks. Okay, here, there, not everywhere. Right, remember when you get to the edge, make them smaller. Make them smaller. Okay, if you're starting to press hard, grab more paint. Grab more paint if you're pressing harder. You want to do the big and little dipper? That sounds awesome. Okay, if you grab more yellow than white, you're going to get the glowy color right here. Alright, so that's having more white, and that's having more yellow. Okay, that's the difference between that. Okay, so if you like the glowy, that's more yellow, and this is with the white. Okay, you want a combination of the two. You do the more yellow, and then you could do some flecks of white on top of it, like I did there. Alright, now all my paint gathered in to the middle. So I'm going to go on to my palette, and I'm going to get that out of the middle and grab it with my tip. I grabbed blue somehow, but that's okay. Alright, now I'm going to swirl tap dab my brush. Da 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 da. Swirl tap dab my brush. And we're going to go vertical now. Okay, so there's 2 steps left to show you, believe it or not. That's how easy peasy this painting is. And like I said, I'm not going to turn around and paint this whole, there's 3 steps to show you. So if you notice on this tree, there's 6 million, thousand, billion flicky-doos. Small ones. Kind of like tinsel on a Christmas tree. You see that? You see how that's all those separate little flicky-doos going on? Okay. I'm not going to paint all that with you tonight. I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay. So we're going to do that. I'm going to show you how to put the branches back in. See the branch that's kind of weaving in and out of there? Right, I'm going to show you how to do that, and then I'm going to show you how I put the sparkly on the tree so it looks like it's part of the universe. Okay? That's right, Tina B. Yeah, this painting is actually, it's not hard to do. It's right, Nikki? I don't like to over-instruct. I want you guys to be in the zone. I want you to feel creative. Like you guys were just all talking about the most creative things, right? putting the horoscopes, putting in constellations, putting in different planets like Mars and stuff. I mean, that's coming from you guys, right? That's your creative juices flowing. So if I over instruct and say, put this line exactly here, just like this, there's no room for you guys to flow. You know what I mean? So I know you're teasing me. That's cool. But yeah, that's why. Oh yeah, Sam, I gotta show you. I have to show you guys next week's painting. Thank you guys so much for the stars so far. We have 850 stars. If you're not too sure about the stars, they're about a penny each. I also have the PayPal, the Venmo, and the Cash App. Okay, those links are posted. Like I said, if you hit any link, make sure you see each Creations Paint Party as the person posting it. All right, you notice how on the comments you have the little face and then the name and then the person commenting. Look at that little face. Look at the name. If it doesn't say Eve's Creations, don't hit it. All right, I'm sorry about the scammers. There's really nothing I can do about it except block and delete. But those robots move wicked fast. They really, really do move wicked, wicked, wicked fast. Absolutely, Pamela. Absolutely. Ooh, let's do roll call while you guys are ketchup mustering. I'm waiting for this to dry, right? If you guys notice, I took a lot of drying breaks and ketchup mustard breaks. You want all of these layers to dry before you put the layer on top. So we did the base layer, we did the darks, we did the lights, all with Big Boy. Now we're going to go back in. I'm going to use Nifty. You can use Tiny. Any small round brush will totally work. And once this is dry, you're going to go back in and do all the flicky-doos, the separate flicky-doos. Okay? And then basically what you're going to do is you're going to do the branches, and then you could do your flicky-doos. And you kind of go back and forth between those two things. And then when it's all said and done, you put the white dots in a line on the different sections of the tree. And that's it. All right? So, but the drawing in between is the important part. Because if you don't wait for this to dry, you're just going to get a big mushy mess. You're not going to get the feathering. You're not going to get the feathering that's going on. You're going to get a big gobby mushy mess. All right, speaking of branches, so, close up. All right, I'm going to keep you guys right here for the rest of what I want to show you. Okay, I'm going to keep you right here. Okay, so, now what you want to do is you want to take your small round brush. I'm going to use Mr. Nifty. You want to make sure your paint is nice and loose and thin. Because if it's globby, you won't be able to do this. I'm going to do it in black so you guys can see what I'm doing. And I'm adding water to my black paint right now. That's what I'm doing to make it thinner. Okay, see the drips of water? See? See that? I'm adding water. And you want it like a loose pudding consistency. Pudding. We want it pudding. How tall is my easel? My easel's pretty tall. Because I'm tall. I'm 5'9". So my easel can go really tall to fit my bigger canvases when I do my large abstracts and stuff. It fits on this easel. So my easel could probably go up to like 7 foot if I wanted it to. All right. Now what you want to do is you want to put in pieces. Yeah, you want... Yeah, we are in the corner. You want to put in these pieces in between your mossy areas. Okay? And then on the end, you can put in... Can you guys see that in the black? I don't know if you could see that in the black. You're going to put in the ends of the branches. All right. Now, what you also want to do is you can add in extra branches. Okay, so here's a piece right here. I'm going to add that piece in, right? I'm going to come in between the feathering part. I'm going to finish it off with some, you know, like a little Y. Okay, and then off of that, I can put in another branch. Okay, so you could put in another branch, right? This guy was, so, and what you want to do is you want to follow through. Like, you want to picture your branch going through the whole thing. Okay, see how I followed that all the way back to the tree? Now when I get closer to the tree, you want to make this thicker. Okay, and I followed it through, then put another little piece here, followed it through, followed it through, followed it through. Okay, so you want to follow through your lines. Alright, so this guy right here is connecting. So I'm going to put a really big thick piece right there. Alright, because that's closer to the tree. And then I'm going to put a piece peeking out from the moss. And then it's going to connect to the rest of it. And then I could come off of here if I want to and put a random branch coming off. Okay, just like that. Alright, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now, the whole thing of being able to do this is you want to make sure that your paint is nice and loose and thin. If it is not, you're not going to be able to flow with it. Alright, so now we have this guy down here. Alright, I'm going to put the piece right there. Come in here, put a piece there. And finish it off. Alright, just like that. Okay, come up here. Alright, we have this branch that's over here. So this is going to be nice and thick. I'm going to connect it to my trunk. Follow it through. Come out over on this side, follow it through wherever it's going to come out. And put the finishing piece. Okay, this branch right here. We're going to connect it to the tree. Alright, I'm going to follow it, put some pieces sneaking through. And then finish it off. Alright, so you put all of those, you do that for your entire tree. Okay? You do that for your entire tree. Take your time. Be creative. Make sure you're following where the branch is going as you're putting in all these pieces. Okay? All of those good things. Let this dry. Let this dry. Let me do the top for you, because the top can seem a little tricky. Alright, so the top can seem a little tricky. So the top, okay, I am putting in the main piece of branch going to the top. Right, do a little curve action on there. Right here, I'm going to put this piece in right there. Then follow it through, just doing little pieces, and end it. Alright, same with the other side. I'm going to put this piece right here. Put a piece where it's sneaking out. Come over here. Take it off of the canvas. Alright, so you guys are getting the gist of this. Alright, so now you want some things to go in the background. Like, so see this right here? See how this and this, alright, see how this looks like it's in front of this? Now, when I put this branch in, I'm going to turn around and make that piece of the branch thicker. And then I'm going to cut this branch in right over the top of those. Now, by doing that, all of a sudden, that piece went behind the tree. I put that piece right behind the tree. And if I do another branch in front of it, that's behind the tree now. Okay? Okay, same here. If I put the branch piece in right there, all of a sudden that went behind it. And then if I do another little branch coming off of it, now everything went in the back. What if you wanted a bottom one brought front and the other one, so you want this front and the other one to go in the back? Okay, so what you want to do is you want this to stay in the forefront and this be in the back. So you're going to come over here and I'm going to do my connecting branch. Okay, so we're going to connect it. Right? And then bring this through here, and then through here, and through here. And now that made that in the front and the other one in the back. And then putting, see how this is here? If I take this and then put it in between here, in between here, in between here, and in between there. Now, this branch, this is in the back, this is in the middle. Okay, so putting these in, here, there, not everywhere, you're going to turn around and have all these things go into all different spots. And you want to make sure that everything is connecting to this tree trunk. Alright, so make sure your tree trunk is poking through the right areas. Okay, make sure your tree trunk is poking through and lining up in all the right areas. Okay? So, now you want all of that to dry. Okay, let all of that dry. And while we're waiting for that to dry, I'm going to put the white dots on my trunk and on my roots. Okay, so the white dots, I followed down my trunk like this, just putting dots. And I put some spaces, like I did a little cluster of 3, cluster of 3. And then put that going out on my root. Okay? And then I line this one up, right? So if it's easier for you to start down here. So then you get to where it's going to line up. Okay. So start at the bottom of the root. I'm going to do 3s again. So then you could follow it up into the tree. Instead of starting in the tree and you don't have it lined up right, for those middle ones, start on the root and then you can line it up. Okay, so for the and then there's only 2 steps left, guys. That'll take forever, but I'm going to show you what they are and how to do them. They're not hard. But they're all over the tree. And did I answer your question, Tina? Oh, you want to see next week's? Okay, yeah, we need this to dry anyway. I'll show you next week's. I forgot already. I already forgot. All right, next week's. It's almost done. It's like a smidge away from being done. This is also going to be a Living Large series, guys. So, it's also going to be a Living Large series. So, throughout next week, you're going to see snippets of me painting it. Alright, and then we're actually going to do the painting on Saturday. Hi, Robin. How are you, doll? So you're going to see the Living Large little clips that I do. You know, you guys can put stars on those too if you want. Like, if, you know, you needed to repurchase for tonight or whatever, you can do gifting through those little videos. There's a stars button on them. So that is totally possible. Hint, hint. Alright, and, okay, here you guys go. You're at work but on break. You wanted to say hi. Hi, Robin. How are you doing, sweetheart? Thank you, Liz. Thank you, Nikki. Thanks, Robin. Thank you, Becky. So this whole painting, I'm teaching you guys how to do texture, and I'm teaching you guys how to paint thick. Oh, I knew, Carolyn, I knew you were going to love this one. That's what cracked me up. So this whole painting is all about texture. It's all about texture. It's all about almost getting to the point of it being like a pasta or impasta, whatever that fancy word is. So I'm going to teach you how to do texture. I'm going to teach you how to paint with really thick paint. You know how I always tell you guys to get rid of the goopy gobbies? Well, we actually want the goopy gobbies to paint this. So I'm going to show you how to paint with goopy gobby paint and get texture and thickness and all of that kind of stuff, okay? Because there's texture on here. All right, so that's going to be Saturday. And you'll see it posted probably either – early in the morning or tomorrow. Oh, I knew Carolyn, I knew you were going to love this one. That's what cracked me up. So this whole painting is all about texture. It's all about texture. It's all about almost getting to the point of it being like a pasta or impasta, whatever that fancy word is. So I'm going to teach you how to paint with really thick paint. You know how I always tell you guys to get rid of the goopy gobbies? Well, we actually want the goopy gobbies to paint this. So I'm going to show you how to paint with Night, Robin. Thank you so much for popping in. All right, so this is going to be all about texture and then glass too. I've done glass in the past, but we're going to be doing glass again. I'll probably post the how to paint glass video, do a past blast for you on my how to paint glass video that I've already done. That's on my YouTube channel, so I'll probably past blast that for you guys. And also, this is the Live and Large series, so all those videos you see of me, and I'm doing little bits and pieces. That's this. So you're going to be able to see some of the beginning steps before next Saturday. All right, guys, and then we're going to do this. Okay? Because, yeah. Or you could just make it into a vase. Yep, you could do that too. You could practice your glass, and if it's not looking right, you can make it into a solid vase. It's all good. Yes, Carolyn, that's a yes. Paint shrinks. The paint shrinks. That's a yes. Roll call. We had Britton, Amanda, Cindy, Tina, Sam, Marcia, Diane, Brenda, Debbie, Becky, Debbie, Carrie, Kimberly, Lisa, Nikki, Amber, Jennifer, Missy, Becky, Stacy, Shauna, Stacy, Lisa, Tina, Terry, Brenna, and Harmony, Rebecca, Dorothy, Meshka, Lucinda, Christina and her hubby, Darlene, Kelly, Liz, Samantha, Carolyn, Cody, Denise, Pamela, Gail, Lori, Amanda, Robin just popped in. Everybody popping in. 6,000% here. Everyone's here. Everyone's here. Okay, so the last two things you guys are going to do. All right? The last two things you're going to do. And I'm gonna show you on the original, and then I'll show you how to do it. All right, so on the original, these are all individual flicks. Okay, all individual flicks. The other cement, I have you twice. Well, I have you twice, Sam. It's okay. And you want to make sure your paint is nice and loose and thin. You are going to do dark flicks. Okay, so I'm going to grab just blue so you guys can see it. But you can do a dark green. You're going to do darker flicks. Okay, for the pieces that are under the branch that you put poking through. Okay, because they're on the other side. So you're going to do now thin paint. I'm using Nifty, and if you see, I am just flicking. Okay, you're also going to do the base green color, right? Again, you got to make sure that your paint is nice and loose and thin. You're going to come in and on those little tips that you made, you're going to do little tiny guys. Okay, so those little Y's and things that you did to finish out your branches, you're going to put little tiny flecks on them. Right? And you can also add longer pieces. You want to clean up the edge of where you put these. Alright, so on either side of where you put your close up. Also, where you put your branches peeking in and out, you want to clean up on either side of those. Okay, so you're going to put flicks on either side of those to clean that up. And you also want to do lighter ones. So I'm going to grab white and yellow. And you want this nice and super thin, guys. Super, super thin paint. And you're going to do lighter ones. Here, there, not everywhere. Okay, now, as you're putting these in, right, make sure you're paying attention to what branches you put in the back and what you put in the front. Like this one is in the front of that one. So when I do the flicks on this one, I want to make sure that I don't wind up going in front of the branch that's in front of it. Okay, you want to make sure you don't wind up going in the branch that's in front of it. And I'm using super, 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 super thinned out paint. Okay, super, super thinned out paint. If you start pressing harder, you got to grab more paint. Yeah, make sure you don't wind up putting pieces over the branch that's like in front of it, because then you're going to lose what branches are in front and what branches are in the back. And you definitely want to do it where you put those little branch segments in. You definitely want to do it on both sides of those branch segments to clean that up. And really put those pieces of branches under the moss. If you get a thick piece, right? If you're being a little lazy and pushed hard with your brush and you wound up with a thick piece, you can easily just roll, tap, dab your brush every once in a while. Make sure you don't have any goopy gobbies. And you could go back in, say that's a thick mess, I want it more separated. I can go back in with a darker color to break it up. Alright, so if you wind up with a really thick flicky, you could always go back in with a darker color, break it all up, and once it dries, put your other flicks back in. Okay? So, the stars on the entire tray, they're very simply dots just going down in a line. So it's just white paint. It's just white paint. And I made dots going down in a line. Okay? And I did some that were larger. I did some that were smaller. And you want to have them draping. Like if you put beads on the tree. Alright, so once you're done with all your flicks, the dots are the last step. And again, you want to make sure that you are staying behind or in front of your other branches. Okay. You like the dots on the tree, Missy? Well, I called this painting Connected. The story behind it, what I was shooting for, is how nature and the universe is all connected. So I added the dots to the tree, so the tree looks like it's part of the universe that you guys made behind it. So that's why I called this painting Connected. And the little string dots that are on the tree is so that it winds up looking like it's part of the universe. And then that's coming down into everything else that's happening. Okay, so you're going to do all of that on your whole entire tree. All right, and like I said, make sure that you are... make sure your paint's nice and loose and thin. Okay, make sure you're staying in front or behind. Okay, make sure you're cleaning up where those pieces of the branch sneak through. Alright, and you just add all this in. Make sure your paint is nice and loose and thin. Make sure that you are cleaning your brush in between, you know, if your brush is starting to get thick and goopy, right? Everything is nice and loose and thin. Okay, and you can do darker pieces, you can do lighter pieces. And it's all flicky, flicky, flicking. Okay, guys, so that's how you do it. That's how you do it. That's how you do our Willow Universe. So it's actually beginner friendly, like beginner friendly. All right, and take your time with it. It's total zone out. Doing your dots for your stars. Make sure you're doing your little clusters, your little designs. The flickies with the tree. Just make sure that your branches are either staying behind or in front. Loose, thin paint. The dots are the last thing to do. Dry in between layers. So you guys got this. Every single one of you have this. And I can't wait to see what you guys do. What colors you choose. How you put your stars and all of that good stuff. And on the event page is the spot to post your painting. If you can't find it, you post it somewhere else. I'll find it. And don't forget, next weekend is going to be next week is going to be on Saturday. Nikki, you got this. You got this, hon. Don't stress it. You got it. It's flicky-doo, flicky-doo. Flicky-doo, flicky-doo, flicky-doo. Right? So you all have fun with the flicky-doos because that's this whole painting. And you'll be able to do this. Just like Carrie said. She's slaying it tonight. She's slaying it. Thank you guys so much for the stars. Okay, thank you very, very, very much. You guys keep the lights on. So we have 850 stars. Just to remind you, they are a penny each. So thank you guys so much for the stars. And again, it's PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. Yes, Carolyn. Happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody. I hope you're enjoying your green beer. And be safe. And next Saturday, we're going to do learn all about painting with texture and do our awesome flowers. And then I have another one on deck that's very kid-friendly. I'm going to show you how to paint in a very graphic style. So you're so welcome, Missy. Thank you guys so much for your support. Like I said, those little videos that I post too, you can also do support on. Thank you so much for joining me, Terry. Thank you so much for having Brenna and Harmony join me also. I hope they enjoyed it. And happy St. Patty's Day to everybody. And you all are awesome. Don't forget to have fun, right? Number one, have fun, okay? And then go create, okay? So y'all warm my heart. Thank you for a great evening, and I'll see you guys on Saturday, all right? Mwah! Good night, everybody.